y'all. It's Dan for Numerical Lion coming at ya from an undisclosed secret location to talk about, if I can speak, the secret occult knowledge of gematria, this practice of coding numbers into words. That's where you get the word the Cabal from Kabbalah, the path, your path to God, gematria. Part of Kabbalah, when God created the world and everything in it, he did it by merging the number and the letter. This is what Kabbalists believe, and they run things from your sports leagues down to everything, your banking, your politics. Your politicians are bought and paid for, everything. So I saw the story about Walter McCarty. Evansville fires coach Walter McCarty after sexual misconduct investigation, hires Todd Licklider as successor. McCarty was under the microscope when the school received additional reports of alleged misconduct. So Evansville has fired men's basketball coach Walter McCarty amidst an external investigation into reports of alleged sexual misconduct, the university announced Tuesday evening. McCarty has been on administrative leave since December 26, while an external law firm investigated the allegations. Shortly after the announcement, it became official the hiring of Todd Licklider as his successor. The investigation into McCarty had not concluded when Evansville says it received additional reports of alleged misconduct by Mr. McCarty during his tenure at UE, thus promoting the university to make the move on Tuesday. So let's get into the decode here. I didn't really look at his replacement, Todd Licklider. Let's do that just for fun right now. I'm sure it'll be relevant to what we're talking about here. Oh yeah, and it is. I'll get to these numbers later. So he was born on February 1st on Super Bowl Eve. School was on February 2nd. As if that's, Super Bowl has become a holiday. People who don't watch football will watch the game. It's broadcasted all around the world. So it's interesting, he's 6'10 or 61. And we just looked at his replacement, Todd Licklider, equals 61. Coincidence? So he was born on 2-1. This firing comes on 1/21, right? 21 and 21. And Evansville equals 1/21. He got fired on 1/21. How appropriate. And 1/21 happens to be, the square root of 1/21 is 11. 11, the master number in numerology, very important number. This happened 11 days before his 46th birthday. Right? And he got fired on the 21st, 1/21. He was put on administrative leave on the 26th and fired on a day with 26 numerology. See that? How interesting. And also I noticed that they mentioned UE, shortcut for University of Evansville. UE equals 26. Also 10. I'll show you why that's interesting. Well, all these numbers are interesting. That word, interesting. Anyway, so he was fired 26 days on the 26th, on the day with 26 numerology. Fired 26 days after being put on leave. Unbelievable. 26 letters in the English alphabet. 26 a huge number in this practice, the God number. So he's being investigated for sexual misconduct, and he started being investigated or being put on administrative leave on the 26th on a day with 77, 50, and 23 numerology. And that is interesting because sexual misconduct equals 77, 203, kind of like 23, and 229. 229 is a prime number. It's the 50th prime number. Also, in regards to these other things, Walter was born on a day with 77 numerology. Sexual misconduct, 77. 2 plus 1 plus 74 is 77, right? And McCarty equals 83. And we mentioned the assistant, the guy who replaced McCarty, Todd Licklider equals 83. Huh. What a coincidence that his name equals 83 and he replaced the guy, his last name equals 83. So McCarty equals 83. 83 a prime number, the 23rd prime. Like the day he was put on administrative leave, like sexual misconduct equals 203. So McCarty was in his second season as coach at Evansville and had the Purple Aces off to a 9-4 start, including a stunning win on the road over Kentucky, his alma mater, who he won a championship with in '96 on November 12th. So the team was 9-4. Sexual misconduct, 94. Look at misconduct, 59, a number stamped on black people as well. We'll get to that. Evansville equals 49, the reflection of 94. And sexual misconduct equals 59, right? Evansville equals 59. How interesting that there should be a story out of Evansville about sexual misconduct. And Walter Lee McCarty equals 95, the reflection of 59. And 59 and 42, numbers stamped on black people, right? The whole big list. Negro, 59. Also, these other numbers are interesting too. Rasta, 59. Blues, 59, right? And a slang word for slur on Negroes, jigaboo, 59. He was fired on a day with 42 numerology, right? 1 plus 21 plus 20 is 42. Fired equals 42 and 30. Just like that word for black people that nobody likes, the N-word, 42 and 30, fired. And I could just see some of my friends talking about it like, oh, Walter, shame on Walter, and that's what this is about. You know, did he do it? I don't know, but that's what it's about. It's about shaming black people. That's what it's about. Whether he did it or not, I don't know. The big win against Kentucky was on a day with 42 numerology. It happened on the 12th of November. 11 plus 12 plus 19 is 42. Right? He got his big win against his old team. So he got fired 50 weeks and 4 days, or 54 from his 45th birthday. Don't look at zeros in numerology. And Walter McCarty equals 54. McCarty, 29. Remember that guy? What's his name? His replacement. Todd Licklider equals 209. McCarty equals 29. How appropriate. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to the 54. He was born in Evansville, Indiana, and he was coaching in Evansville. Evansville IN equals 54, just like Walter McCarty. The big win against Kentucky was 81 days before his 46th birthday. Right, November 12th to February 1st is 81 days. 81, a special number. Walter McCarty equals 81, also 162. 81 and 81 is 162, and it's a ritual number. Ritual equals 81, also 45, right? Ritual 45, he's 45 years old. See that? 81, 81. And it was a race ritual. Race ritual equals 162, right? Just like, you can get back to it, Walter McCarty equals 162. That's what this was, a race ritual. So let's look at McCarty in Kentucky. 24 years ago, they won the title. Look at that. Kentucky 29, McCarty 29, Kentucky 106, McCarty 106, Kentucky 43. Perfect match. And I'll talk about this 110. We already talked about the 83. So 110 is 11. It happened 11 days before his birthday. He gets fired. It was 10 weeks from the Kentucky game to his firing. 10 weeks exactly. That's interesting because it was also 2 months and 9 days. Kind of like 29, right? 29. Where did we see 29 before? Is replacement 209 or 29? McCarty equals 29. Right? Kentucky, the team he beat, 29. 29 is a prime number, the 10th prime. Right? It was 10 weeks after the Kentucky game that he got fired. Exactly. And if you write out 10, another link to 42, 10 equals 42, just like the N-word. So the Kentucky game was on a day with 23 numerology. 11 plus 12 is 23, like sexual misconduct equals 203. Remember? I'll put it out here again. Sexual misconduct 203. Right? Also the 77, talked about McCarty's link to 77. And it's a theater number too. Theater equals 77. If you spell it correctly. Right? Also 40. McCarty wore number 40. Yeah, let's get back to this. We're a little sidetracked here. And McCarty 83, the 23rd prime. So also 11-12 is the 316th day of the year, leaving 49 left. Number 49. Evansville equals 49. Evansville 49. Also 40. What else was 40? Theater 40. Right? As 49. And sexual misconduct, the reflection thereof, 94. And misconduct, we mentioned before, is 59. Look at misconduct. Huh, I didn't even look at misconduct. Misconduct. Right? It's just like Evansville, I think. Evansville. Yeah. Evansville and misconduct are a perfect match. I just found this out in every cipher. That is so rare. And all this, he got fired on the 21st. Look at that. Perfect match. Unbelievable. Wow. So, what else? So, Evansville pulled off the biggest upset of the young season on Tuesday, going into Rupp Arena and knocking off Kentucky with 67 points, 67 to 64. Walter McCarty equals 67. They scored 67 points. 67 a prime number. Go to here. 67, the 19th prime. That's interesting because Walter McCarty, you look at him, he played 19 years in the league. Oh no, he was the 19th pick of the 96 draft. That's right. And look, his number is 40, right? 40 is a big number. 19th pick of the draft. The New York Knicks picked him first. New York Knicks picked him first, right? They love that number. Also 173, the 40th prime, right? 61 like his replacement. Interesting. And what's Knicks? Knicks 67 like Walter McCarty. Hilarious. Also like 95 like Walter McCarty. Remember? Walter Lee McCarty, 67 and 95, just like the Knicks. I mean, unbelievable how this is scripted. So they scored 131 combined points in the game. This was a big game for, it was a huge upset. 131 the 32nd prime. Why is that interesting? Because McCarty was born on the 32nd day of the year. February 1st is the 32nd day of the year. On Super Bowl Eve, Negro equals 32. Right? Then it's reflection of 23. Sexual misconduct, 203 or 23. Check out his listed weight. 230 pounds or 23. Look at his coaching record. Look at that. He won 11 games before the season started. 11 was a big number in this. 45 total. This is total amount of games that he played. 45, the ritual number. Also, he's 45 when this news comes down. 32 total games. Oh, in the first season, right? 21 losses. And he's fired on the 21st. So more news by the numbers. This went on and on. I mean, I kept on decoding this. Went on for a long time. But as you can see, everything is coded. You know? And Walter gets the brunt of it. Of course, he probably signed up for it. Back when he was a youth. Signed up for this. So that'll do it. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. My name is Dan. For Numerical Lion, please learn the code. Thank you.